Have you ever looked at the man who walked away from you, the one who left you amidst a storm of tears and confusion, and wondered why he seems to be thriving? You see the pictures, you hear the rumors, and on the surface, it looks like he has moved on seamlessly. He smiles, he travels, perhaps he is even with someone new. It feels like a cosmic injustice. It feels like the universe has turned a blind eye to your pain while rewarding his betrayal. But I am here to tell you that what you see with your physical eyes is a carefully constructed illusion. There is a spiritual reality unfolding behind the scenes that is far more terrifying for him than you can imagine. He is not living a full life. He is facing a hollow existence. The void created after abandoning a woman set apart by divine purpose is not just an emotional gap. It is a spiritual black hole that is slowly consuming his peace, his favor. Attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you, and strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment. And his very sense of self. Stay with me, because what I am about to reveal will change the way you see your heartbreak forever. It will shift you from a place of victimhood to a position of spiritual power. We need to understand the architecture of this connection. You were not just a random partner in his life. You were a divine assignment. In the realm of spirituality and biblical metaphysics, when a woman is set apart, it means she carries a specific frequency of grace. You were the covering, the intercessor, the soft place for his soul to land, but more importantly, you were the conduit for a specific kind of blessing in his life. When a man connects with a woman of your caliber, his life often upgrades. He gets the promotion, his anxiety lessens, his vision becomes clearer. He mistakes this for his own doing. He thinks, I am becoming a better man, not realizing that he is plugged into a spiritual battery, you. When he decided to sever that tie, he didn't just break up with a girlfriend or a wife. He unplugged himself from his source of favor. He thinks he is free, but he has actually cut the oxygen line to his own destiny. Before we go deeper into the specific symptoms he is experiencing right now, symptoms he will never admit to you, I need you to understand that this video is not about wishing him harm. It is about understanding spiritual law. Cause and effect is as real as gravity. If you step off a building, you fall, regardless of whether you are a good person or a bad person. Similarly, when you violate the heart of a chosen one, you trigger a sequence of spiritual reckonings. If you are ready to understand the truth behind his silence and his fake smile, make sure you are subscribed to the channel and have the notifications turned on. We are building a community of wisdom here, and you need to be part of this shift. The first reckoning he faces is the relentless whisper of conviction. This is where the torment begins. It is not a loud thunderstorm. It is a quiet, persistent unease. You see, during the day, he can distract himself. The world is loud. He has his job, his friends, his social media, and perhaps a new relationship to occupy his time. But the spiritual realm operates most potently in the silence. When the lights go out, when the phone is put away, when he is alone in his car driving home, the whisper begins. It is a gnawing sensation in his gut that tells him he made a mistake. It is the memory of your kindness flashing in his mind when he least expects it. He tries to push it down. He tries to rationalize it with logic. We weren't compatible, or I needed space. But the Spirit does not speak the language of logic. It speaks the language of truth. This conviction creates a dissonance in his spirit. Have you noticed that he might seem more erratic lately? Or perhaps he is overcompensating by posting too much about how happy he is. Happy people do not need to broadcast their happiness to convince the world. They just are. When a man has to perform happiness, it is because he is trying to drown out the internal noise of regret. He is suffering from a spiritual insomnia. Even if he sleeps 8 hours, he wakes up tired. Why? Because his soul is wrestling all night long. He is fighting against the prick of his own conscience, which is the Holy Spirit trying to wake him up before he goes too far past the point of no return. This brings us to a critical realization about the nature of the void he is feeling. He thought that by leaving you, he would find more freedom, more excitement, more options. But he has found that the world out there is incredibly shallow compared to the depth you offered. He is drinking from cisterns that are broken and hold no water. He meets new people, but the conversations feel flat. He tries to be intimate, but it feels mechanical. This is because he experienced a soul-level connection with you. Once a man has tasted the depth of a spiritual union, everything else tastes like tap water. He is starving in a banquet hall. He is realizing that you cannot replace a spiritual connection with a physical attraction. This void is destroying his ego because it proves he is not as self-sufficient as he thought. Now, I want to talk about something that happens to his resources, and this is often the most visible sign of the withdrawal of grace. We often overlook the fact that finances and career success are deeply tied to our spiritual alignment. When he was with you, things flowed, doors opened, problems were solved easily. That was the favor factor you brought to the table. The Bible and spiritual texts are full of examples where a household was blessed solely because a specific person was present. Potiphar's house was blessed because of Joseph. His life was blessed because of you. Now that he has removed you, watch what happens to his luck. The deals that were supposed to close will start to experience inexplicable delays. The promotion he was sure of will go to someone else. Unexpected expenses will arise, his car breaks down, his health takes a minor hit, his investments stagnate. He will blame the economy, he will blame his boss, he will blame bad timing. But you will know the truth. He has stepped out from under the umbrella of grace. He is now operating on his own strength, and human strength is limited. The ease is gone. He has to work twice as hard to get half the results he used to get when you were by his side praying for him. This phase is known as the drying of the brook. Just as the brook dried up for Elijah when it was time to move, the resources are drying up for him to show him that his source was not his cleverness, but the blessing attached to the relationship he abandoned. I know some of you are thinking, but he looks like he's winning. Remember, a tree that has been cut down still has green leaves for a while. It takes time for the lack of roots to show in the branches. You are looking at the fading green of a severed branch. The decay is happening internally, and soon it will manifest externally. Do not be deceived by the delay. Spiritual law is never late. If this is resonating with you, if you have felt that you were the source of luck for your partner, let me know in the comments. Write, "I was the blessing," to affirm your worth today. Let's go deeper into the psychological and spiritual impact of his freedom. He is likely engaging in what we call medicating behaviors. When the void becomes too loud, a man who is spiritually out of alignment will try to fill it with intensity. This is why you might see him partying more, drinking more, or jumping into a relationship that makes absolutely no sense. He is looking for a dopamine hit to replace the oxytocin and serotonin stability he had with you. But here is the danger for him. He is opening doors to spiritual parasites. When you are grieving a loss of light, which is what he is doing, even if he caused it, you are vulnerable. By seeking comfort in low vibrational places and people, he is attaching himself to energies that will drain him further. He might find a woman who is the exact opposite of you. On the surface, she might be everything he said he wanted, perhaps less demanding, more fun, or physically different. But soon, the novelty will wear off, and he will realize she cannot cover him. She cannot pray for him. She cannot offer wisdom when he is in a crisis. In fact, she might bring drama and chaos that he is not equipped to handle. This is the Jezebel archetype often discussed in spiritual circles, a distracting spirit that enters when a man rejects wisdom. He will find himself in a relationship that takes from him rather than gives to him. He will remember how you supported his dreams, how you listened to his fears, and the contrast will be agonizing. This comparison is a form of torture. He is realizing that he traded a diamond for a stone because the stone was shiny and easier to hold. But what about you? While he is entering this season of the hollow life, what is happening to you? This is the most beautiful part of the story, and it is the part you must focus on. The pain you feel right now is not a punishment. It is a preparation. God, the universe, the divine, however you name the source, has removed you from him to protect you from the collapse of his house. You are in a period of divine insulation. You might feel lonely, but you are actually in incubation. Think of it this way. When a seed is planted, it is surrounded by dirt and darkness. It feels like it has been buried, but it has actually been planted. You are being prepared for a level of elevation that you could not have reached while you were carrying him. He was becoming a heavy weight. You were spending so much spiritual energy keeping him afloat, forgiving him, trying to fix him, that you had little left for your own destiny. Now, that energy is returning to you. You are about to experience a rebound of a different kind, a spiritual rebound. Your intuition is sharpening, your skin is clearing, your opportunities are about to multiply. While he is facing the void, you are being filled. The silence you are experiencing is not empty, it is pregnant with purpose. You are being called to rediscover who you were before you tried to save him. This is your season of becoming. And the ultimate justice? He will have to watch it. The scripture says, he prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies. This doesn't mean your ex is an enemy in a war, but he made himself an adversary to your purpose. He will have to watch you thrive from a distance. He will see you glowing, succeeding, and being loved the way you deserve. And he will know with absolute certainty that he fumbled the greatest gift he was ever given. I want to pause here for a moment. This is heavy. I know it brings up a lot of emotions. You might be oscillating between feeling vindicated and feeling sad for him. That is a sign of your empathy, the very quality that made you a catch in the first place. But do not let your empathy drag you back into his chaos. He must walk this path alone. It is the only way he can learn. If you intervene, if you call him, if you try to soothe his guilt, you are interrupting his karma. You are getting in the way of the lesson the universe is trying to teach him. Step back, let the void do its work. Now, let's address the next revelation I promised. There is a specific turning point that happens in this journey, usually around the 6-month to 1-year mark. It is the moment of the crash. The adrenaline of the breakup fades. The new supply runs dry. The distractions stop working. This is when many men try to spin the block. He might reach out with a text, a like on a photo, or a random call asking how you are. Do not mistake this for genuine repentance. This is him checking to see if the door is still unlocked. He is feeling the cold draft of the void and wants to come back inside the warmth of your house. But here is the secret. He is not missing you. He is missing how you made him feel. He is missing the benefits of you. If he returns without a fundamental transformation, which takes years, not weeks, he is just coming back to recharge his battery so he can leave again. You must discern the difference between a man who has been broken by God and rebuilt, and a man who is simply lonely and resource-depleted. The hollow life he is facing is designed to break his ego. If you let him back in too soon, you rebuild his ego before his soul has been healed. You do him a disservice, and you destroy your own peace. This void he is facing is relentless. It affects his identity. A man derives much of his worth from his ability to protect and provide. But when he abandons his spiritual charge, he subconsciously knows he has failed as a man. This creates a deep-seated insecurity. He may become more aggressive, more defensive, or more arrogant. These are masks. Inside, he feels like a fraud. He knows he walked away from something real for something counterfeit. He is haunted by the what-ifs. What if you were the one? What if he destroyed his chance at a legacy? This mental loop is exhausting. It drains his creativity and his drive. You may notice that he stops growing. He stays in the same job, hangs out at the same bars, tells the same stories. He is stuck in time. Meanwhile, you are evolving. You are reading new books, meeting new mentors, traveling to new places. The gap between you and him is widening. Soon you will be so far ahead that he will be nothing more than a distant memory, a lesson learned. This is the ultimate victory, when his existence no longer triggers you, but simply reminds you of what you are no longer willing to settle for. I want to challenge you today. Stop checking on him. Stop asking your mutual friends about him. Every time you look at his life, you are giving him energy. You are feeding the cord that connects you. Starve that connection. Let him face the full weight of his decision. The void is his teacher. Let it teach. Your focus must be entirely on your own garden. Water your own grass. The greener your grass gets, the more obvious his barren wasteland becomes. There is a powerful spiritual principle called the boomerang effect. The love you poured out that was rejected does not disappear. It is energy. Physics tells us energy cannot be destroyed. So where does it go? It gathers momentum and comes back to you. It returns in the form of self-love, new opportunities, and eventually a new partner who has the capacity to receive what you have to give. You did not lose anything. You gave, and he could not hold it. His cup was too small. Do not blame the ocean because the cup couldn't handle the tide. As we move toward the conclusion of this truth, I want you to visualize something. Imagine a cord connecting you to him. It is dark, heavy, and pulsing with pain. Now, imagine a giant sword of light cutting that cord. See it snap back. He feels the snap. He feels the finality of it. That is the moment the void becomes absolute for him. For you, it is the moment of liberation. You are free. The hollow life he is living is a tragedy, yes. It is sad to watch a soul choose darkness over light, but it is not your tragedy to fix. You are the prize that was mishandled. You are the treasure that was left behind. And the thing about treasure is that it doesn't lose value just because the finder didn't know what he had. It sits there, shining, waiting for the one who recognizes its worth. Before I reveal the final key to your complete restoration, I want to ask you a question. Are you ready to let him go completely? Not just physically, but spiritually. Are you ready to trust that the justice of the universe is far more precise and perfect than any revenge you could plan? If you are, type, "I trust the process" in the comments. Let this be your declaration of release. The final secret is this. His hollow life is actually a testimony to your value. If he could leave you and be perfectly fine, it would mean you were ordinary. But the fact that his life is unraveling, the fact that he is facing this deep, consuming void, is the greatest proof that you were extraordinary. His misery is the validation you have been looking for. You don't need him to say, "I'm sorry." His life is saying it for him. His stagnation is his apology. His chaos is his confession. So walk with your head high. You didn't lose a protector, you lost a dependent. You didn't lose a king, you lost a subject who didn't know how to serve the queen. The throne next to you is empty now, not because you are unworthy, but because it is being prepared for someone who is royal enough to sit in it. This journey of detachment is hard, I know. There will be days when you want to save him from his own void. But remember, if you jump into the hole to save him, you both stay in the dark, stay in the light, shine so bright that he has to squint to look at you. That is your revenge. That is your victory. That is your destiny. If this video spoke to your spirit, if you felt a weight lift off your shoulders, please like this video. It helps us reach more women who are stuck in the confusion of a breakup. Share this with a sister or a friend who needs to know she isn't crazy, she is just chosen. And do not forget to subscribe. We are going to cover so much more about the spiritual laws of relationships, narcissism, and divine elevation in the coming videos. You do not want to miss what is coming next. Remember, the void is his to face. The victory is yours to claim. Stand firm in your purpose. You are watched over, you are loved, and you are being prepared for something greater than you can ask or imagine. The hollow life is his burden. The abundant life is your promise. Walk in it. Breathe it in. You are free. Until next time, keep your spirit guarded and your light burning. The best is truly yet to come. The mechanics of this spiritual withdrawal are fascinating when you look at them closely. We often think of blessings as abstract concepts, but they are tangible energies. When you were with him, you were likely the one reminding him to call his mother, the one buying the thoughtful gifts for his friends, the one managing the emotional temperature of the household. You were the glue. Now that the glue is gone, things are falling apart. He is forgetting important dates. He is alienating people he needs. His social capital is eroding. This is the favor I spoke of earlier. It is the subtle, invisible network of goodwill that you generated around him. He is walking into rooms now and finding the atmosphere cold. He wonders why people aren't as warm to him. It's because the warmth they felt was the reflection of your light on him. Without you, he is just a man with a shadow. And let's talk about the nights. The nights are the hardest for him. Science tells us that cortisol levels drop at night and melatonin rises. But for the man in spiritual conflict, this rhythm is disrupted. He lies there, and the silence of the room amplifies the noise in his head. He might scroll through his phone for hours, looking for a distraction, but nothing sticks. He might look at your profile, hovering over the message button, but shame holds him back. This shame is a heavy, toxic emotion. It corrodes the spirit. It makes him feel small. He knows he acted without honor. And a man without honor is a man at war with himself. He may try to project an image of the victim to his friends. He might say you were too much, too emotional, or too demanding. But deep down, he knows that your demands were actually standards. He knows that you were calling him higher, and he was too lazy or too frightened to climb. So he chose the easy path. He chose the path of least resistance. But he is learning that the easy path leads to a hard life. The path of growth is hard, but it leads to a life of ease and fulfillment. He chose the downward slope, and now he's picking up speed, heading toward a crash. You might be worrying, will he ever be happy? That is a question born of your kindness. The truth is, happiness is a byproduct of alignment with truth. As long as he is living a lie, the lie that he is better off without his spiritual covering, the lie that he did nothing wrong, he cannot be happy. He can experience pleasure, yes. He can have moments of fun, but deep, abiding joy, that is impossible for him right now. Joy requires a clear conscience. Joy requires peace, and peace is exactly what he sacrificed when he betrayed you. There is also a physical toll this takes on him. You might notice he looks older, more tired. The eyes are the window to the soul, and if you look closely at his recent photos, the light in his eyes is dim. There is a flatness there. This is the spiritual aging that happens when we disconnect from our source of vitality. He is running on fumes. He might be hitting the gym hard, trying to sculpt his body, but his spirit is flabby and weak. He is building a fortress around a ruin. I want to give you a specific tool to handle the days when you miss him, because you will miss him. That is normal. When the wave of nostalgia hits, I want you to say out loud, I miss the potential, not the reality. You fell in love with who he could be, not who he was. You fell in love with the man he was when he was reflecting your light. That man doesn't exist anymore because you aren't there to light him up. The man who exists now is the hollow version. If you were to meet him today as a stranger without the history, you would likely not even be attracted to him. You would sense the void. You would sense the heaviness. You would walk right past him. This realization is your key to freedom. You are grieving a ghost. You are grieving a version of him that was sustained by your love. Now that your love is withdrawn, that version has dissolved. Let it go. The concept of the covering is biblical and ancient. Usually it is said that the man covers the woman, but in the spiritual dynamics of a chosen woman, she often covers the man with prayer, with intuition, with favor. It is a mutual covering. When he ripped that covering off, he exposed himself to the elements. He is now standing in the spiritual rain without an umbrella. He is getting soaked by life. Every criticism hits him harder. Every failure stings more. He has no buffer. He is raw. This rawness is necessary. It is the only thing that can soften his heart enough to eventually admit his wrong. But that is his journey, not yours. Your journey is the silent elevation. Why silent? Because real power doesn't make noise. You don't need to post quotes about betrayal. You don't need to trash him to your friends. You just need to win. Win at your job. Win in your health. Win in your peace. Silence is the loudest sound in the universe to a man who expects a reaction. He expects you to chase. He expects you to crumble. When you go silent and simply thrive, it confuses him, it terrifies him, it signals that you have moved to a level he cannot access. You have become the unreachable star. There is a mystery in the Hebrew tradition about the Aisha's Chayil, the woman of valor. Her value is far above rubies. The heart of her husband trusts in her, and he will have no lack of gain. Notice the connection. He will have no lack of gain. The gain is tied to the woman. When the woman of valor is removed, the gain turns to loss. This is not magic. It is spiritual logic. You were his Aisha's child. Even if you weren't married, you carried that spirit. He is now experiencing the lack of gain that the scripture predicts. So what should you do this week? I want you to focus on cleansing your house, physically and spiritually. Remove the items that remind you of him. Clear the energy, burn sage, pray, open the windows, reclaim your space. The void he left in your life is not a black hole, it is a blank canvas. He has a void of nothingness. You have a void of possibility. Fill it with things that bring you joy. Paint, dance, write, run, build. The universe abhors a vacuum. If you don't fill your space with good things, the sadness will creep back in. Be proactive. Aggressively pursue your own joy. It is the best act of rebellion against the heartbreak. And here is a warning. When he sees you happy, he will try to disrupt it. It is almost a law of nature. The moment you truly let go is the moment he reaches out. He senses the energetic cord falling. He panics. He will send a breadcrumb, a meaningless message just to see if you will bite. Do not bite. Starve the ego. Feed the soul. If you respond, you reset the clock on his karma and your healing. Keep the door shut. Bolt it. The only way he should ever be allowed back into your life is if he breaks the door down with genuine repentance, changed behavior, and a ring of commitment. Anything less is just him trying to steal your light again because his battery is dead. You are the prize. Say it with me, I am the prize. Do not let a man who cannot afford the price of admission convince you that the ticket is too expensive. The price is high because the value is immense. He couldn't pay the price of loyalty, of integrity, of consistency. That is his poverty, not your expensiveness. As we wrap up this deep dive, I want you to feel the solidity of the ground beneath you. You are still standing, the storm passed, and you are still here. He is the one drifting at sea. You are the lighthouse. A lighthouse doesn't run out into the waves to save the boat. It stands firm and shines. If he wants to be saved, he must row toward the light. If he chooses to sail away into the dark, that is his choice. You keep shining. This is the reality of Jesus explained in the context of relationships. The truth sets you free. The truth is, he is suffering. The truth is, you are healing. The truth is, justice is in motion. You don't have to lift a finger. Thank you for spending this time with me. Your time is precious, and I honor it. If you found value here, if you felt a shift in your perspective, please join our community, subscribe, hit the bell, and share this message. Let's wake up the world to the spiritual truth of relationships. You are not alone. You are supported. You are loved. Go out there and live your best life. It is the only response that matters. See you in the next video. But wait, before you close this tab, there is one final advanced secret I almost held back. I saved this for the very end because only the most dedicated among you, the true seekers, are still watching. And this specific insight is dangerous if used without maturity. It explains the exact mechanics of how he knows you have moved on without ever seeing you. It is called the law of quantum entanglement. In physics, when two particles interact, they become entangled. Even if you separate them by 1 billion miles, if you change the spin of attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you. And strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment.